So today I want to talk about initiating power from a short distance. There's a couple ways we can initiate power, and this is one of the reasons why I enjoy studying the circles, right? Especially Tai Chi has a lot of the circles, right? In Tai Chi, there's a lot of circles. There's a reason because you can coil up that energy. So, what are some strikes? And we can go into Bruce Lee's 1 inch punch later on, right? But what are some strikes we can do in order to, if we have a short distance here? I like training here because I have a smaller room. I have smaller room to work with, so I have to. It's realistic. But for here, and we're close to our opponent. So what are some moves we can do? The elbow, right? It's close, right? And it has a lot of power, right? It doesn't really take too much energy in order to throw an elbow here. So if you're here, even if you're in the clinch and somehow they get their arm down, right? You can throw that elbow, right? It's a great self-defense go-to, right? Here, 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 right? You can't do 12-6 in the UFC, but you can do it in self-defense, right? If you're protecting yourself. Here. Short punches. If you're gonna punch, right? A punch is usually a jab, right? You're not, depending on the type of punch. We want to throw power behind our punches. We want to throw our body behind the punches, right? So if I'm throwing a power punch, right, I'm hitting the back to make sure that each strike initiates power. Now, if we're doing it from a shorter distance, we have a couple things we have to work with. We have this internal energy. This is why I believe in Chan Si Jin, silk reeling energy, and I'll talk about that in other videos where you're moving the energy, right? Moving the chi from the bottom. We got a couple different options here. We can use this energy here. We can use the motion in our wrists, right? I'm going to demonstrate with gloves and without gloves here. So if I have gloves, I don't really have this wrist action, right? My wrists are, if I'm lucky, my wrists are locked up and protected so I can strike. But what if you don't, what if so the next best thing is using your body, using your hips. And once again, if you're in nice clothing or if you're in casual clothes, business clothes, you may be limited in terms of not being able to get down into your full stance or whatnot, right? So you have to be able to work with what you have. If I'm here, I'm going to use my hips and I'm going to use my feet. I'm going to strike. Once again, I'm here. I'm going to strike. I'm here. Strike. Right. Here. Strike. Here. Strike. Okay. It gives you a good jolt. It gives you good energy, a good push, right? So the impact, the energy might be a little bit different than this, right? Here. If you punch, the energy changes, right? And so it's more of an impact. But here, from here, you can see the distance, and I'm using my hips. I'm not just turning. If you just turn like this, you're going to push someone. That's just natural physics, right? That's just natural direction, body mechanics, right? So it's a combination of things, body mechanics and throwing all that energy into your opponent. So that's one way that we can initiate the strike. That's why I also like using the bag, because you can tell if the strike has power, right? The 1-inch punch here, this Tai Chi movement where you come, you step, you're here, right? Does this punch have power? 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Also, with a Kung Fu strike, we're going to put our entire body behind the strike. It's not just the arm, we're getting all of this behind it. Okay? So, even certain punches, working on trying to initiate that power, right, and throw that punch, right, throw that punching power. Last strike I want to show you is the ending move for the I'll say brushing the knee. Right, brushing the knee. This is actually the component you're looking at, but from here, when you brush the knee, the fingers come in and then the hand moves. Right? It's a push. Right. So, but instead of just pushing like this, see, if I just did this, there's no power, right? But if you turn your hand, this is why I was saying with the gloves it's different. If you turn your hand into a strike, right? This is a strike. This is a strike. This is a strike. Okay? Try it out. It's not I didn't say it's a knockout hit. Right? It says a strike. Depending on how you utilize it is right, up to you, right? And I hope it saves you in a life or death situation. So the gloves are off. Here, right? Here, 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 here.